Before we start the video, this is the disclaimer, is that if you are looking for a business point of view, such as you want to make an Android app and you want to share it to others, like uploading it into the Play Store or App Store, then this is the wrong way to do it, because appsheet will cost you a lot, $10 per user per month or $5 per user per month, which is ridiculous. So if that's the case, if you are wanting a solution to make an app, then you probably need to programmatically make it using Google Sheet API. I'll make another video on that. And another thing, if you just want to do a survey, then you don't need to use appsheet. Just simply use Google Forms. And third, when you can use this, suppose you are in small project work, or you are in simple group work, or you are in the office where you can share same Google account with others and access the app, and you have nothing to do with the branding or uploading into the Play Store. You just want simple data entry app where your office members or everyone can enter the data, then this is the best for you. But remember, it will not get you a dedicated Android application, but rather you will need to download appsheet, Google AppSheet from the Play Store, and on that log in with the same account in all of your users, and then you can able to access it. So let's just get started. Okay, this section will be for speedrunners. So if you don't understand, this is your data, I suppose, name, let's just say take user email, take anything other than that. Let's just say I want to take a feedback and I want to take a rating out of 1 to 5. Okay, this is your data. I hope it is pretty simple tutorial for speedrunners because they already know pretty much. And so okay, now what you want to do is go to extension. You can go to appsheet and create an app, but rather I will go to the appsheet account, appsheet.com/home, login, create account, go to create app, start blank app. Okay, go with the blank app here, it will be much better. Let's just say speedrun tutorial, category, whatever category is there. You have to select proper category because Google Sheet is probably using it for an analytical purpose, but I'm in tutorial, that's why I just use that. Okay, so now we have our app running. So close this, go to data, simply add, okay, delete this table. Yes, add the table, add from data, and here are your sources. If you can't find your Google account or your Google Sheet, then click on new source, but I already have added, so I will go with my account. Select your spreadsheet and it will ask which sheet. So my data is in sheet 8. You can see here, if your data in sheet 1 or whatever name you have given, select that. Once you add the table, then go to columns and not visible. Okay, yes, you have to click on it, and this is your basically a column, or this is what will be presented in your UI on app. So name, email, feedback. You can set up formulas if you want. You can also set editable, required, whatever you want. There are all options there. Now go to UX, which is going to be your view. Remove the first table we removed. You have to remove its view also. Look at it. Yes, click on your view and see, you can customize however you want its type. Okay, you can group by, sort by, however you want, and primary header, secondary header. You can set up all of that. Click on save and your app is ready. You can simply share your app with other friends, or share this Gmail account with them, and you will have an app. Let's just say I say name, email, address, okay, feedback, ratings. Okay, and yes, you can also change the type of it, this parameter, but if you're a speedrunner, you probably have used that. See, here will be data will be present. Okay, so there is your data. You can do a lot of things. You can also add the charts if you want. Let's just click on new view, add, let's just say, rather than new view, let me just say it's as a chart. Okay, chart, Yes, we will take from same sheet. Where is the chart option? Chart. All right, and group again columns. You have to add the columns here from which to which column we are going to take. Rating. Okay, no, we will compare it with, there is nothing to compare here actually, because our data sets kind of like that. But let's just say I am taking feedback email on the X and on Y something feed ratings. Let's just say numbers, where are numbers? Yes, you have your graph, save it. You can also modify a lot here. Okay, there are a lot of options, go by yourself there, but this is just basic overview, and you have your app ready. See, chart, sheeted. You can change the names. All right, here are your charts. So that's it. Let's start for a normal user. So let's suppose, probably if you are from PharmD 5th year and you are doing your project work, then you will need this, because see, this is our data collection form, CRF, in which we collect the data, we print out it, we go to the hospital, we collect the data, and we have to do data entry, and then we have to do data analysis. This is my form. What you can do, see, there is another thing, data viewer I have made, by which you can clicking on button, you can access the data, whatever you have stored, if you want in this format. I will explain it this later words, and here is the data. What you need to do, create a new Google Sheet, all right, then create another sheet within the Google Sheet, and write down whatever you want to collect in the column. So suppose you want to collect the IP number of patient, all right, yes, or whatever task you have. I am taking this task, simple. Where was the ward in patient has, diagnosis, medications. All right, you have selected that, and also okay, just say go with that. And now let me show you another trick. See, in medication, of course, there will be a lot of medication, and in diseases, past diseases, there will be a lot of history, right? And in symptoms, there will be a lot of symptoms. There is not going to be a one entry. So what I did is I have separated them using this sign, what we call comma. Yes, I have separated them using comma. So you can, while entering the data, you should also separate them using comma, because once you have collected the symptoms, if you want to format if you want to arrange the symptoms kind of like that, see, you see, I have arranged them vertically. So how you transpose, you have to use some sort of filter to transpose, or some sort of separator, and I have used separator as comma as a separator there. You can use whatever separator you want, but it will be depend on whatever it easy while entering the data. Okay, so this is one thing, make sure to remember. I have this. Now I will go to the appsheet.com. Let me just show you from beginning. appsheet.com. And I have already account, that's why I'm getting on the dashboard. But if you don't have, you are not going to get this screen. Create the account or join your Google account, and then you will have this screen. Okay, this is my already previously made apps. So now what kind of app you are going to create is this. You see, you can also go ahead, it will work on Android. Similarly, you can scroll them, you can do what, you can enter the data, and if you have collected the number, you can directly call them, you can directly message them. However you want, you can edit the entry. So go there, let me create a new app, select on here, create a new app, start with the blank app, give your app name, whatever name you want to give, select your category. I'm just taking, okay, just education and training, create the app. So now it will create the basic structure for the app. Okay. And yes, also if you are using Google Sheet, and then make sure to learn the formulas, because formulas will make your work very easy. Here, so you will be able to see a data or your ongoing result of your project simultaneously while you are doing the project. Data, we delete the template table that Google App Sheet gives, add new table. Click on add new table. Okay, go to data, click on new table, and select add from existing source. So these are your sources. Suppose it will show first your Google Drive in which account you have login and is sheets. But if your data is in another Google account, then you can also select add new sources. Like my account, another account in which this sheet is there. Click on CRF, select, and select the worksheet. So what does this mean? This is your sheet, all right. This is your simple Google sheet, and in which we create small other sheets, right? See, I have created the CRF, data, sheet 8, kind of like that. Select in which you want to create a form or wherever you want to have data entry. Okay, this is this sheet 8. Add this table, and once you add the table, then that means your data is connected to the app sheet now. The table, after adding the table, go to columns and click on your table. See, these are our columns, right? IP number, ward, diagnosis, medication. You can change however you want. IP number is your number format, ward is whatever, diagnosis is tax, of course, right? So medications will be tax format, right? And here is a lot of other options you should look out. There is a formulas, there is initial values, there is display name, description, search available or not. See, this button is there, right? This is the app preview. Okay, this window shows how your app is going to look like. So in this, if you want it particular column to be searchable, then you select that button. You can use your formula, and if you are doing a project work, then you will probably need to use the formulas. Suppose this is my data set, so I have used tons of formulas, all right, for statistical application. So that's it. You add that, click on save. It is already saved. So now I will go to UX, go there. Already sheet 8 is already added. So okay, select that here, click on here, or you will have to add new view if it is not there. Click on there, select whatever format you want, deck you want, table you want, gallery you want. Okay, and then there is a lot of options. Primary header, secondary header. What the primary header means, how you want to look like. See, this gastroenteritis, pending, SDDG, whatever it is, that's the primary header, and below that, this is your secondary header. So which primary header you want. You can also aggregate them via group, and you can also do a lot of things here. Summary column, what is your summary column? Suppose your one column here is that contains the formula which shows your statistical results. Okay, like suppose I want that how many of my patient have gastroenteritis. This is my data set, and I want to check that how many of my patient contains disease called gastroenteritis. So again, let me just go to that column, diagnosis. So this is U. Okay, this is in U column. So once you added the table, do not add. Once you add table here, do not modify here. Otherwise, you will need to do editing there, which is kind of very complicated if you are beginner. But again, you can create entire app again. It is very easy, right? So you can show that here. Like, let me just show you how you can do it. Let's just say, wait, results. This is not going to be happen like that. You can't just show results with these columns like IP number, ward, and diagnosis, but I'm just showing you how you can also incorporate your formulas into the app sheet. Count if what I want, the range. Okay, so how this range system works. Let's you see, if you want to use in same spreadsheet, suppose I want to use a word value, right, in this B column, then you don't need to do that. You just go with B1 or B2, right? Yes, you see it shows that. But if you want to connect from another sheet, I want to connect from this sheet, right, in data into sheet 8, then what you have to do, write the sheet name, data, and write this exclamation point. Okay, I don't know what we call it, but yeah, this sign. All right, so use that. It will tell the sheet that we have to take from this folder or this data sheet. Select the range, or what range is. I said U gem U. Why is that this is in U column, right? And u gem u, what does that mean? Or u double quote u, what does that mean? It means entire u column. This entire u column it will be searching. But suppose you want to set from u to x, then you can do that. U1 to u x 20 x4, or you want to whatever range you want. Okay, it is going to select like this. If you start from u, then it will be end there. Okay, so you just see here it is u1 to x4. If you don't understand how to do that, then you simply select this column and copy from here. All right, so now let's go to sheet 8 again, edit my formula. This is our range. All right, this is what we are going to do. Now what is criteria? What I want is that gastroenteritis, right? Gastroenteritis. Okay, I probably had mistake there in spelling. Gastroenteritis. Let me just copy it. Copy. Okay, so see, you have that one out of all patients, one have gastroenteritis. Suppose there are multiple, then it will show multiple. Correct? Now you can also use percentage. If the one is there, we will divide with total number of patients, right? So how we can do it? We can use count unique. What does count unique means? It will only select the ranges which are filled. It will ignore the empty field. So if you're suppose there are 3 patients or there are 4, this is going to select diagnosis u1 also, but there are 3 patients, that means it will select only 3. If there are 3 entries, if suppose there is another 4th entry here, then it will select the 4. It will ignore all the empty columns, or sorry, empty rows or empty cells. So now we have to add the range, right? Or sorry, the value 1. Okay, so first of all, let me just define the range where we want it to u gem u, right? In u gem u, we want to connect, okay, is equal to, okay, just u gem u, we are going to count u gem u, but in our, if you just say u gem u directly, then it will also select this diagnosis or header row, right? So what we have to do, we just say u1 to u, it will give you proper count. Okay, and for percentage convert to 100, and you have your percentage. Again, there is some mistake I made. Yeah, it not necessarily you have to do formula like that. There is probably another formula by which you can ignore the this header column, header row, but I don't know right now. So if you don't know something, suppose you want to make a formula or you want to do some sort of calculation and you don't know, then how you do it? You just simply Google it. Okay, that how to do this into x. All right, now I want to show this as a graph. Okay, so let's just go there in our app. Now you have, if I have edited this our table or our original data table, you shouldn't have done that, but if you have, suppose you have done that, then this is how you can also again edit it. Go to data, select your sheet, and what happened? Yes, column, sorry. Go to column and you have only this medication, right? Then you can say regenerate the structure. If you select that, then it will also add another new columns if we have added. So let's click on that, and I hope, yes, there is results are available. So all right, the column results sheet has been marked as read only because, yes, you don't want user to edit. This is going to be based on the formula, so it is there. And if you look at it now, you can enter your data, you can reward, you can add diagnosis, you can add medication. You have there, your data entry is done, and now it will compute and it will give this result. Okay, why it is computing? It just thinks that in every column it have to incorporate this value. Okay, and this value is going to be presented here. So do not this is the just example I was showing, but you can use this data like this. Suppose you want to divide or diagnosis with something. Suppose you want to divide how many medication count was gone. Suppose you want to select how many MSET or commonly going medications are there, and you can do that, and you can also show the results there, percentage or whatever is there. I don't want to add that. Suppose we did not need to do that here, but I just showed you how to incorporate if you add another entry here. Now I want to add the graph. All right, so what we do, we go to UX, click on new view, chart. Also, you don't need to use formula for representing charts. All right, I was just trying to incorporate everything you can do. That's why chart, and we will select the chart. It is already selected there. And now what it will ask, that add the columns. Okay, so I added the column, and you can select whatever in X and whatever in Y. Diagnosis in there and result in X. So this is your chart. This was our diagnosis, FS, whatever we did, and this is our data. Hey, wait, no. Okay, there is some problem here. Wait, let me just see there. Yes, now it is working. Max results. Also, make sure to select all, understand all of this function. It will give some of all the results and kind of like that. But if you want different data corporation, then you have to do it. Let me just add another entry so we can actually see. It's 50%. Count if gastroenteritis -1, data U2, gem U2. So okay, yes, because the formula will automatically going kind of like this. It will add one into variables. So it selected this, it started counting from here. That's why there is a 50% U2 here, from U2 here to here. That's why. So don't worry about it. Now if you go to the sheets, where is the sheets? Let me just save first. We forgot to save, that was the issue. Now there are our charts, and in chart you can see this disease has 50, this has this. Okay, you can do that however you want. You can create another sheet here, and you can also incorporate the sheet into the data, add this. Okay, let me just show you why I am saying verbally. Let's suppose you have created another sheet and you want chart here, or your statistical results are here. All right, your statistical results are here. Let's suppose, let me make one statistical result so I can show you properly. Pulse rate, respiratory rate, let's just take them as a account for right now. So let me just say pulse rate and respiratory rate. All right, I forgot the column number. What is the column? Pulse rate is in K column and respiratory rate is in L column. So remember that. What I want here is, suppose I want to check how many patients have 90%. Or sorry 90 pulse rate. All right, so I can use same formula again, count. You can actually count however you want, but you can use lot of formula. There is lot of formulas. There is count ifs also formula, and I have used the filter formula here and just show you simple. Oh no, we don't want to add any value there. Okay, so that's why don't do like this. Okay, now suppose data slash, it was K, right? It was K, I think it was K. Make sure to give exact sheet name. So you can use small letters in range, but when you are referencing the sheet, then it is a case sensitive. All right, is 90. Let me just copy in V, control V, and it was JKL, right? L, and in L, suppose it was respiratory rate, right? So 15, greater than 15 option is there. Yes, there should be. There should be. Wait, let me just try it again. Let me just try that. Like suppose L greater than 15. Why it does not working? Okay, you will probably need to Google the formula, and I will also show you how to Google that. Okay, so what is there? Yes. How to use greater than in count if Google Sheet. All right, let me just say that. Okay, it is say, okay, I have to add this string variable. All right, let me just try it again here. Greater than, it is what they are saying, 50. Data slash LGML greater than, there is nothing greater than 10. What they are talking about there is 16. So okay, we have to see entirely. Here it is. Count if F9 is greater than, okay, range and criteria. So let me just see. Count if milk chocolate contains. See, this is how you are going to do it. You have to Google a lot when you are learning something new. Yes, there are greater than. Okay, so this is our corresponding operators. So we have to use, okay, we also need to incorporate that greater than sign into this. So it is kind of like this, greater than 10, it like that, right? Yes, and there is 3 results. Okay, yes, this is how you have to do it. If you don't know, you have to Google it like that. But you must know what to Google, that is important. Okay, I want to add chart of this sheet. Okay, chart, I want to create the chart of this. Then I will go there, go to data, because we have created another entire sheet. So we have to again add the table. Add the table from existing source, select your Google Sheets. Okay, there is this CRF is my sheet name. We added the data, and yes, you will need to add the data. Yes, go to UX, just forget about the column issues. Now there is chart, statistics, and I want to add the chart. Right now we will select probably sheet 9 because sheet 8 has something different. Add columns, add column. Okay, what parameter? Oh yes, it is there, but I cannot select that. So parameter, add, and let's say results, right? We want this parameters and results. And how do you want it? Not count, but max results. And this is there. We have our chart selected. Save. So here are your statistics. So I hope this covers everything you want to do. You can also make sure to now you just need to explore all other options, right? And now your main thing, how you can share this to your friends. All right, so let me just connect my phone here. I will show you how to do it in Android. You have to download this app, AppSheet. You see this app, you have to download it, download and open. Now what you want to do, you can share this app to everyone, but you just need to select the Google account there. Every one of your members or team members should have same Google account. Yes, there is an option to share with another friends. You see, share, but it does not work. Yes, in my case, I have included a lot of people, but they never got invitation link. So I had to do like give them Google account. And if you share it, then it is probably going to cost you somewhere. So why do that when you can create another Google account and share the same Google account to everyone, and here your app, you can use it. All right, this is my yes, if you open the app, you will have this kind of option, apps owned by me. So this is ASDA we created. Let me just go there. You see, you have options to add your system, right? Add your data. Here are your charts. You can add everything you want, but now it's just up to you how you explore it. All right, so that's ends our tutorial. If you have any problem, then you can contact me at Telegram. Here. Oh yes, I forgot about this. If you want to make this, it is kind of complicated to explain how I made it, but let me just show you the formulas. All right, see. We have how I collected the data is that I have to collect a lot of symptoms, okay, current symptoms, and there is medication. So I have separated them using comma. When we are entering the data, all right, at that time we separate using comma. We incorporate comma there. So what I did here, see the formula, transpose. What does transpose mean? Is that is your data, all right. This is your data, and if you copy that and if you paste it as a transpose, okay, I hope you understand what does transpose mean. All right, let's just go there. Where is it? Yes, so index is, it will start from here, split, and see split function, what split does is it is splitting the data. It is separating the data entry of Q64 using comma. Why Q64? Because I am collecting here. I have added filter, and that filter will take data one by one from here, 1 2 3, from here to there, okay, and it will arrange that data here, and then we will copy that here. Okay, it is very simple. Q64, what does Q64 have? Let me just go there. Let me show you. Yes, Q64 have DM and HTN, right? And I have separated them using comma. So it will go there and it will separate them using comma, and it will put into that same column, but transpose in the same column. If you select the index different, then it will have be different. All right, same for metformin medications and all. And how this button works is that I have made the app script. All right, here you have to do a programming if you want this kind of button, but if you don't want button, then I have made the system where you can just say, let's just say number 2, then I have number 2 data, right? And how to do that? See, here is my another formula, filter data A, data B gem AD. What does that mean? What we want to copy is that from B, all right, from B to AD means till here. If you want to use entire data set, then you have to use just AD, right? Now this is the criteria, or what is the condition. All right, so what condition I am saying is that data A1 to A, okay, the condition to copy that particular row from B to entire AD is that in data, from data A1 to entire A, wherever that is, what is equal to what is equal to D1, which basically means 2. Okay, you can directly use, see, I made that dynamic. I use D1 as a variable, but let's just say I want to select another second row, then I have second row. I want to select third row, then I have third row, right? Yeah, it's pretty simple there. Why to edit manually when you can edit one cell, like, right? And you can do that. So there are your datas, okay, and this is my form. So I did kind of like this. How to do that? That is equal to IP, and which form? A64, right? It is in A64. You can see A64. Okay, so what I want, this cell value should be A64, but why I added this IP, this is the string because I wanted to see IP word. Let me show you. Let's say is equal to why I am pressing enter all the time. Entered. Okay, I want to do that like that. And what is the value I want? C1. Okay, C1. I want C1. So it shows entered and current number, right? It shows that. So I think you understand probably how I made this, and for this I have created the script which just edits here. If I press this, then it adds one here, and if I press this and it removes it does -1. It's pretty simple. But if you are not a programmer, then don't worry about it. When you can also write here. Okay, it is very simple. Now here I think I have showed you the formula how we use transpose and index and medication. If you have any problem, contact me on Telegram and we will do it.